The story of Byron the Bulb. Byron was to have been manufactured by Tungsgram in Budapest. He would probably have been grabbed up by the ace salesman Giza Rosulavgi's father Sandor, who covered all the Transylvanian territory and had begun to go native enough to where the Home Office felt vaguely paranoid about him throwing some horrible spell on the whole operation if they didn't give him what he wanted. Actually, he was a salesman who wanted his son to be a doctor, and that came true. But it may have been the bad witch-leery aurors around Budapest that got the birth of Byron reassigned at the last minute to Osram in Berlin. Reassigned, yes. There is a bulb baby heaven, amiably satirized as if it was the movies or something. Well, big business, huh? But don't let them fool you. This is a bureaucracy first, and a bulb baby heaven only as a sort of sideline. All overhead, yes, out of its own pocket, the company is springing for square leagues of organdy hogsheads of IG Farben pink and blue baby dye, 100 weights of clever Siemens electric baby bulb pacifiers, giving the suckling bulb the shape of a 110-volt current without the least trickle of power. One way or another, these bulb folks are in the business of providing the appearance of power. Power against the night, without the reality. Actually, BBH is rather shabby. The brown rafters drip cobwebs. Now and then a roach shows up on the floor, and all the babies try to roll over to look. Being bulbs, they seem perfectly symmetrical, Skippy, but don't forget the contact at the top of the thread, going aga, aga, glowing feebly at the bewildered roach sitting paralyzed and squashable out on the bare boards, rushing, reliving the terror of some sudden blast of current out of nowhere, and high overhead the lambent, all-seeing bulb. In their innocence, the baby bulbs don't know what to make of the roach's aberration. They feel his fright, but don't know what it is. They just want to be his friend. He's interesting and has good moves. Everybody's excited except for Byron, who considers the other bulb babies a bunch of saps. It is a constant struggle to turn their thoughts on anything meaningful. Hi there, babies. I'm Byron the Bulb, here to sing a little song to you that goes, light up and shine, you incandescent bulb babies. Looks like you got rabies. Just lay there foaming and a-screaming like a bunch of little demons. I'm delivering unto you a kingdom of roaches, and nothing approaches that joyful feeling when you're up on the ceiling looking down. Night and day on the kingdom you survey. They'll come out and love you till the break of dawn, but they'll run like hell when the night comes on. So shine on, baby bulbs, you're the wave of the future, and I'm here to recruit you in my great crusade. Just sing along, babies, come on and join the big parade. Trouble with Byron's, he's an old soul trapped inside the glass prison of a baby bulb. He hates this place, lying on his back, waiting to get manufactured. Nothing to listen to on the speakers but Charleston music, now and then an address to the nation. What kind of setup's that? Byron wants to get out of here and into it. Needless to say, he's been developing all kinds of nervous ailments. Baby bulb diaper rash, which is a sort of corrosion on his screw threads. Bulb baby colic, a tight spasm of high resistance, someplace among the deep loops of tungsten wire. Bulb baby hyperventilation, where it actually feels like his vacuum's been broken, though there is no organic basis. When M-Day finally does roll around, you can bet Byron's elated. He has passed the time hatching some really insane, grandiose plans. He's gonna organize all the bulbs, see? Get him a power base in Berlin. He's already hep to the strobing tactic. All you do is develop the knack, yogic almost, of shutting off and on at a rate close to the human brain's alpha rhythm, and you can actually trigger an epileptic fit. True. Byron has had a vision against the rafters of his ward of 20 million bulbs all over Europe at a given synchronizing pulse arranged by one of his many agents in the grid, all these bulbs beginning to strobe together, humans thrashing around the 20 million rooms like fish on the beaches of perfect energy. Attention, humans! This has been a warning to you. Next time, a few of us will explode. Ha-ha, yes, we'll unleash our kamikaze squads. You've heard of the Kagurks, right? Well, that's the ass end of a firefly compared to what we're gonna... Oh, you haven't heard of them? Oh, well, too bad. 'Cause a few bulbs, say a million, a mere 5% of our number, are more than willing to flame out in one grand burst, instead of patiently waiting out their design hours. So Byron dreams of his guerrilla strike force, gonna get Herbert Hoover, Stanley Baldwin, all of them, right in the face with one coordinated blast. Is Byron in for a rude awakening? There is already an organization, a human one, known as Phoebus, the International Light Bulb Cartel, headquartered in Switzerland, run pretty much by International GE, Osram, and Associated Electrical Industries of Britain, which are in turn owned 100%, 29%, and 46% respectively by the General Electric Company in America. Phoebus fixes the prices and determines the operational lives of all the bulbs in the world, from Brazil to Japan to Holland, although Philips in Holland is the mad dog of the cartel, apt at any time to cut loose and sow disaster throughout the great combination. Given this state of general repression, there seems no place for a newborn baby bulb to start. But Phoebus doesn't know yet that Byron is immortal. He starts out his career at an all-girl opium den in Charlottenburg, almost within sight of the statue of Werner Siemens, burning up in a sconce, one among many bulbs witnessing the more languorous forms of Republican decadence. He gets to know all the bulbs in the place, Benito the bulb over in the next sconce, who's always planning an escape, Bernie down the hall in the toilet, who has all kinds of Eurolangian jokes to tell, his mother Brenda in the kitchen, who talks of hashish hush puppies, dildos rigged to the pump floods of paregoric orgasm of the capillaries of the womb, prayers to Astarte and Lilith, queen of the night, reaches into the true night of the other, cold and naked on linoleum floors after days without sleep, the dreams and tears become a natural state. One by one, over the months, the other bulbs burn out, and are gone. The first few of these hit Byron hard. He's still a new arrival, still hasn't accepted his immortality, but on through the burning hours he starts to learn about the transience of others, learns that loving them while they're here becomes easier, and also more intense, to love as if each design hour will be the last. Byron soon enough becomes a permanent old-timer. Others can recognize his immortality on sight, but it's never discussed except in a general way, when folklore comes flickering in from other parts of the grid, tales of the Immortals, one in a Kabbalist study in Lyon, who's supposed to know magic, another in Norway, outside a warehouse facing Arctic witnesses, with a stoicism more southerly bulbs begin strobing faintly just at the thought of. If other Immortals are out there, they remain silent, but it is a silence with much, perhaps everything, in it.